LifeLock with promo code TV offer. Call to start your membership or visit lifelock.com/TV offer.
Hello, I'm William Shatner, and you may not know this about me, but years ago, I was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. And like millions of others, I was prescribed sleep equipment. Did you know sleep equipment manufacturers recommend daily cleaning? That's why I use SoClean 2. It's the perfect complement to my daily routine, and it's hassle-free. SoClean 2 is fast and easy. It keeps my sleep equipment fresh every day without the need for disassembly. To keep the immune system strong, we should do everything we can to ensure a good night's sleep, including using the SoClean 2 daily to keep sleep equipment fresh. Try SoClean 2 risk-free for 30 nights. Order now and get $50 off. SoClean 2 is so fast and gives you peace of mind that your sleep equipment is fresh each time you use it. Call the number on your screen or go to SoClean2.com to take advantage of this risk-free trial and get $50 off. Call now.
Welcome back to Actionable Intelligence. I'm Eric Greitens. And folks, as you know, there's a saying we use in the military called the ground truth. To put it simply, when you're trying to figure out exactly what's going on, you got to go to the source and you got to talk with the men and women who are fighting and working on the front lines. In today's field report, we're really excited to be talking with two-time UFC heavyweight champion Frank Mir. Frank holds the record for the most finishes and the most submissions in UFC history. He also holds the longest uninterrupted tenure of any fighter in UFC history, competing from 2001 to 2016. And most exciting right now is that his daughter, Bella Mir, is about to make her professional mixed martial arts debut. Here to talk with us about his career, about our country, passing his legacy on to his daughter, Frank Mir. Frank, welcome to the show.
Glad. Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
Hey, so Frank, first I got to tell you that Actionable Intelligence viewers are Frank Mir fans. We got a ton of questions about footwork and submissions. I'm not going to ask you to do any coaching on TV, but I do, share with us, your daughter now is following in your footsteps. She's making her MMA debut. What's this like for you as a dad?
Well, as a father, obviously it's nerve-wracking. Anytime your child goes out there and competes, especially in something that's physical, inherently brings some, a fear with it. But she's doing something she loves. Yeah. I train martial arts because the kind of mindset and the character that it builds in you. But being a professional martial artist, I always tell people it's like you can love music and learn how to play and all the things that come with understanding instruments. But it doesn't mean you're going to, leave everything to become a professional musician. It's far and few between people that make money and have a sustainable career doing that. And that's one thing I've always tried to steer my daughter away from, being a professional fighter. But it's something she loves and wants to do, so I support her fully. And just as any father, I want to help her, fulfill her dreams.
Awesome, man. And one of the things that I think a lot of people don't realize about MMA, about boxers, about professional fighters is that they see one person in there fighting, but it's a team sport, it's a team effort. It takes a whole team of people to come together for one fighter to step into the ring. What's it been like for you, instead of being the man who's actually in the arena, in the ring, to actually be on the team, helping your daughter to get ready?
It's funny that you asked that, because people keep thinking, people that are close to me have asked, like, well, you've done this for 20 years as a professional. It's an old hat, you're used to it. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I've been driving a car for 20 years, right, and now I'm in the passenger seat. I have no control. All I can do is coach, give advice, hey, turn left, turn right, brake, but I don't have control of the steering wheel or the pedals. And so, my wife is actually probably handling it better than I am when we go behind closed doors, when I don't let Bella see. But she's used to that, seeing a loved one in there competing, and knows her role very well in the support. It's new to me. This is the first time, I've cornered people before, and I've been a coach. Yeah. This is the time that I've actually been in this situation where, I have a significant other that's showing up and I'm supporting.
Awesome. Hey, and one of the things that I think people love about you, Frank, is that you've always not only been like an incredibly determined, skilled, courageous fighter in the ring, but you've also been kind of a guy who reflects on the sport and what it means, right? There's a lot of people in the country right now who are going through difficult times. It's a hard time for a lot of people in the country. They're facing challenges that they haven't faced before. You obviously have faced some incredible challenges. You've faced some physical challenges. You've fought through some incredible comebacks. You've fought through a lot of hardship. What's your advice right now to your fellow Americans who might be having a hard time? Any advice based on your career about how you make it through those really difficult times?
Like anything, when you face adversity, it's information of knowing what you have to deal with and breaking it down. You know, when a situation occurs, there's a fighter in front of you, you know, you can immediately respond with fear. The emotions kick in. But to me, it's break down and really think through what's going on. What is my next step? Don't look at the big picture. Look at the next step you have to get through as far as, all right, well, this is what he's dangerous with, this is what I'm dangerous with. What are intelligent ways for me to accentuate my strengths? What can I do to mitigate my weaknesses and capitalize on his weaknesses? And if you break and talk things down, I think it demystifies things. Because let's face it, all humans were afraid of the unknown. I mean, even full-grown adults, put them in the woods in the middle of the dark, be a little nerve-wracking, right? Because it's the unknown, you know, the ocean, unknown. But if you bring light to the situation, I think it subdues fear, you know. And so that's what I do with all situations. Whenever someone goes, hey, this person said this, and I don't like what they said, I'm like, well, hold on, let's break it down and look at the fact, what they're actually doing. You know, and we always say judge people by their actions, not by their words. And it's funny, we really have a culture right now in the U.S. only judges people off of anything dumb that they've said 5 years ago on an Instagram.
Right.
But I'm like, but what have they done for our society? What are they doing to enrich your life? Take away from it. If they're saying great things, but they're hurting your life, they're not a good person. If you don't like their personality, all of a sudden it's like, hey, but is your life better? Are you having a better life because of the, you know, the economy or through different trade deals that have been produced? Then guess what? I'm for it, you know?
Yeah, cool, man. And you know, one of the things that I think that is true for you, it's true for everybody who's a fighter in some ways, that like you have to focus on actions, you have to focus on results, and you got to go in, you got to take a hard look at yourself, the team, at the results every single day. One of the things that you touched on that I think is so important, Frank, is about how people deal with fear, right? And you touched on a couple of the strategies that you use. What have been some of the advice that you've given to your daughter about how to deal with fear? I mean, no matter how well trained you are, no matter how set you are, no matter how ready you are, you're walking into that ring, you're going to feel fear. What kind of coaching have you given her about those moments of fear right before she steps into the ring?
Well, I think the thing that a lot of people really feel is that I shouldn't be afraid, right? That there's something I can do to avoid fear. Like, well, no, you're going to feel fear. And if you don't feel fear, it's actually kind of scary. And that could be a problem within itself. But it's how you react to that fear. And so, again, you know, like right now, things I'm telling my daughter for tonight, you know, like, hey, yeah, you know, if this was a sparring match and there wasn't a crowd of people here, there's no cameras, what would you do? What would you be feeling? What would be happening? And break down the different techniques. And that brings light to it. It brings familiarity to it. And once you understand something, it helps lessen the fear. You know, it's always, again, and I keep going back to like a broken record, but it is the fear of the unknown. And because martial artists, we have to be factual.
Yes. Well, Frank, it sounds like we're gonna have to leave it there. But I want to tell you, man, good luck to you. Good luck to Bella. Honored to have you on with us tonight. And next, we're going to have up Dave Grossman. Dave Grossman is the premier police trainer in the country. Had a fantastic conversation with us. You're going to want to stay with us for it. And remember, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, tune in for our Real America's Voice debate coverage. We're going to bring a fantastic team. We're going to be breaking down what you're likely to see at the debate, and we'll have every minute of the debate with us tonight.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from MyPillow, towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. I mean, this is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work. What a concept.
I really love the towels. They're really great. They're super absorbent.
Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen right now. The new MyPillow towels are exclusively made with 100% USA combed cotton with proprietary technology and with maximum absorbency. They dry you faster and are guaranteed to work. And listen to this. Use the promo code on your screen and Mike will include a second full towel set with bath towel, hand towel, and washcloth absolutely free. That's 2 MyPillow towel sets for the price of 1 in your choice of color.
I personally guarantee they're going to be the best towels you'll ever own.
Order now.
So Frank, you're a big hurt. Why do you need Nugenics?
After 40, a guy loses free testosterone. Even me. I couldn't stay in shape like I used to.
Frank! So does Nugenics really work?
Oh yeah, my workouts are incredible now. I'm feeling stronger, more energetic, with a lot more drive.
Frank. So say I knew someone who should try Nugenics. How does he do that?
It's easy. Just send a text to get a complimentary bottle.
Frank's right. Now you can claim a complimentary bottle of award-winning Nugenics by texting BUFF to 42424. Its unique formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help a man feel stronger, leaner, more energetic, and more passionate. Text BUFF to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenics Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of new Nugenics Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. That's BUFF to 42424.
This is the kind of card that has America talking. With it, people with Medicare are getting all-in-one coverage for their doctor visits, hospital care, prescription drugs, and more. This kind of insurance, called Medicare Part C, may also cover dental care, eyeglasses, hearing aids, fitness programs, vitamins, even healthy meals and rides to the doctor. With this kind of coverage, you do not need a Medicare supplement insurance plan. You will access your benefits through your Medicare Part C plan for one low and oftentimes $0 monthly plan premium. You deserve to get the most from your Medicare benefits. Call now for free information that may help you get more coverage for less money. There is no obligation to enroll. Whether for yourself or someone you love, call the number on the screen now. Call now.
Welcome back to Actionable Intelligence. I'm Eric Greitens. You know, every day our team works hard to bring you guests that are going to inform, inspire, and also enlighten. And so today, I'm really thrilled to bring you Dave Grossman. Dave Grossman is a former Army Ranger, West Point psychology professor. He is a prolific author. He's testified in front of Congress. He's often consulted by special operations and law enforcement organizations around the country who make his books required reading. He's also probably the premier law enforcement trainer in the country. Dave speaks to more police officers across the country than any other person in the United States of America. Dave, we're honored to have you on the show tonight, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Eric. Proud to be on board with you here. And kudos to your whole organization, the news network, getting the word out, getting past the roadblock of the three major networks out there is a worthy endeavor. To you and all those involved with it, well done.
Well, thank you, sir. You know, one of the things that we want to do is we want to cut through that mainstream media message, which so often is just broadcasting and regurgitating these defund the police messages. And again, you touch the lives of so many police officers every day across the country. Tell us, Dave, speak directly to our viewers. Tell them right now, for folks who are supportive of law enforcement, what do they need to do to be out there supporting law enforcement right now?
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because I train cops. I've been doing a lot of remote Zoom presentations over and over again, thousands, and I'm doing a bunch tomorrow. You can come to my LinkedIn page, Lieutenant Colonel Dave Grossman on LinkedIn. And there's the info there. I'm plugging in to my presentation, a 5-hour Bulletproof Mind presentation. And part of the presentation is talking about communicating with a mask on. The danger that happens because you have a mask on. You deny their humanity. You create anonymity for the aggressor, but also simple ways to communicate. When you see a cop, just a thumbs up goes a long way.
Yes.
But there's another thing, we got that mask on. And I have them on my class. I have them exercise. Put a hand to your chest, a little bow, and a thumbs up. A bow can be mocking. A salute can be mocking. But a salute and a thumbs up, a little bow and a thumbs up and go a long way. So just from the very beginning, when you see them, wave to them with all your fingers, and they'll appreciate that. And that thumbs up goes a long way a lot of the time. As far as what you can do for them, if they bring a cop food, they'll thank you and throw it away. Because they don't know if it's been poisoned. They don't know if they don't know you, And so what can we do for them? That thumbs up, that heads up, that thank you for what you do. They don't hear that nearly enough. Thank you for what you do. Just those words have got power. But if you want to go beyond that, there's a couple of things going on right now. My book on combat is actually, as you said, required reading, Marine Corps Commandant required reading. Guy said, well, he's only one guy. He's not going to buy a lot of books, but he has all the other Marines read it too. Marine Corps Commandant's required reading, and a copy of this given to cops is really a big deal. It's issued in the DEA Academy, issued to the Marshals Academy. It's required reading over 100 academies nationwide. I am truly the only law enforcement trained in America, post-certified in all 50 states. I've trained every federal agency, and this is the go-to book. If you want to understand what happens to the guy in the life and death environment, we'll read the book, but if you want to give him something. Another thing we got is kind of a follow-on from a spiritual standpoint, if you're led that way. A lot of groups are getting my book on spiritual combat. Now, they know me, they trust me, they've read on combat, they've read on killing. You give them Grossman's on spiritual combat. And you can leverage your faith to sustain you through these times, or buying them by the case and giving them out to cops and having a pretty good thing go with that. And so there's a lot we can be doing, but first and foremost is your vote and your political influence.
Yeah.
The defund the police business, this business, the dynamic, everybody has to understand, is it make it impossible to administer law and order in our cities. The black female police chief of Seattle quit. She quote said, you're setting me up for failure. The black female police chief of Dallas quit. These ladies are bulletproof. You can't accuse them of sexism. You can't accuse them of racism. They've earned their rank. They come up through the ranks for 30 years, and now they quit. And what that tells you is, if they can't do the job, no one can. We have got to fight politically and be informed. It begins by watching your show.
Thanks, man. And people do. We got to go out and we got to vote for and support pro-law enforcement candidates. That's certainly something that we got to do. People can get out there. They can say thank you to our law enforcement officers. They can volunteer for and support organizations that care for the widows and the orphans of police officers who've given their lives in the line of duty. Dave, give us just one insight into the mindset of what it takes every night for our law enforcement officers to go out there and be willing to face danger on behalf of others. That's fundamentally what this is about, is a willingness to go out there and do the hard work that other people run from, our police officers respond to.
It's not just the hard work. It's the most psychologically corrosive, destructive thing anybody ever face, interpersonal human aggression. The DSM, the Bible of Psychiatry and Psychology, says whenever the cause of your trauma is human in nature, the degree of trauma is usually more severe and long-lasting. I'll give you an example now. You tell me, is there a difference between these two scenarios? Scenario one, a tornado hits a house while you're gone and puts your family in the hospital. How do you feel about that one? Thank God they're alive. Scenario two, criminals break into the house while you're gone and beat your family into a hospital stay. Now, how do you feel?
Completely
all
different.
The difference in the world.
Yeah.
So you need to understand, interpersonal human aggression is the most toxic, corrosive thing any human being will face. Just somebody getting in your face and screaming at you is, for most people, just terrifying. And cops face it every day. They have aggressive things said to them. They have foul words. They have foul gestures every day. And this whole dynamic, their goal is not to reform police. Police are working hard to do better. We got community-oriented policing.
Yes.
They're doing everything they can. Understand that what they do is what nobody else wants to do.
Yeah.
Harder than the firefighter, scarier than the mountain climber, that to face interpersonal human aggression. To know that when somebody...
It's an incredibly tough job. And folks, if you want to get some insight into the mindset that it takes to be a protector, to be a warrior who's out there making sure that you're protecting others, I encourage you to check out Dave's work. I can remember as a young Navy SEAL driving around listening to the Bulletproof Mind CDs in my 1998 Ford Ranger. Folks, that's Dave Grossman. Check him out on LinkedIn. The book is called On Combat. It's available. We'll be right back with our moment in history.
Feel like you live a lot of your life online? The average person is connected almost 7 hours a day. And all that shopping, banking, browsing, and sharing can mean exposing your personal information. In fact, 64% of adults admit to risking online privacy for convenience. Is it any wonder that 26% of people had malware on one of their devices? Or that there's a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds? Your digital life may be in lots of places, but there's one place to help keep it safe. Norton 360 with LifeLock. With security to help block hackers from your devices, a VPN to help keep your online activity private, and LifeLock identity theft protection. Now you can get up to 25% off your first year of Norton 360 with LifeLock with promo code TV offer. Call to start your membership or visit lifelock.com/TV offer.
If you're over 50, imagine you could turn back the clock on your stiff, achy joints 10, even 20 years. Imagine you could do this without products that just temporarily hide the symptoms and may have side effects. Imagine no more. Get your complimentary sample of Instaflex Advanced just by texting JOINT to 231231. Instaflex Advanced is different because it targets the root cause of joint soreness and stiffness. It doesn't just cover up symptoms. Instead, it bathes your joints in its unique combination of 5 key natural ingredients found in no other product. Key ingredients backed by 5 clinical studies. Instaflex Advanced is so powerful, you could have better knees in just 1 week. Maybe that's why it's #1 at GNC. But you can only get your complimentary sample by texting JOINT to 231231. Plus, text now and we'll include a tube of Instaflex pain cream with its exclusive oxygenated oil for fast-acting relief from the pain of arthritis, backaches, and sore muscles, absolutely free. Text JOINT to 231231.
Hello, I'm William Shatner, and you may not know this about me, but years ago, I was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. And like millions of others, I was prescribed sleep equipment. Did you know sleep equipment manufacturers recommend daily cleaning? That's why I use SoClean 2. It's the perfect complement to my daily routine, and it's hassle-free. SoClean 2 is fast and easy. It keeps my sleep equipment fresh every day without the need for disassembly. To keep the immune system strong, we should do everything we can to ensure a good night's sleep, including using the SoClean 2 daily to keep sleep equipment fresh. Try SoClean 2 risk-free for 30 nights. Order now and get $50 off. SoClean 2 is so fast and gives you peace of mind that your sleep equipment is fresh each time you use it. Call the number on your screen or go to SoClean2.com to take advantage of this risk-free trial and get $50 off. Call now.
Today, you and your children. Unprecedented violence in America. We're all watching every night, and through the summer we saw as cities burned, looters steal, people in prayer are assaulted, and small business owners are beaten. Today, some politicians encourage the violence while others stand idly by. There used to be a time in America when leaders went to the front lines. On April 4th, 1968, Martin Luther King was shot and killed in Memphis, Tennessee. Senator Robert Kennedy, then running for president, was scheduled to speak in Indiana that night. Some of his aides urged him to skip the appearance. His safety, they said, could not be guaranteed. RFK went anyway, and this is what he said.
Martin Luther King was shot and was killed tonight in Memphis. Martin Luther King dedicated his life to love and to justice between fellow human beings. He died in the cause of that effort. In this difficult day, in this difficult time for the United States, it's perhaps well to ask what kind of a nation we are and what direction we want to move in. For those of you who are black, considering the evidence evidently is that there were white people who were responsible, you can be filled with bitterness and with hatred and a desire for revenge. We can move in that direction as a country, in greater polarization, black people amongst blacks and white amongst whites, filled with hatred toward one another. Or we can make an effort, as Martin Luther King did, to understand and to comprehend and replace that violence, that stain of bloodshed that is spread across our land, with an effort to understand, compassion, and love.
Robert Kennedy spoke that night as an American who told his fellow Americans the truth. It was a hard truth, but he told it with compassion, with respect, and with the wisdom that had come to him from the depths of his own loss. There was rioting that night in America, but none in Indiana. We need to have leaders who are willing to go to the front lines, and those leaders can be you and me and our friends and our neighbors. Not every leader needs to stand on a platform, but all good and sustained leadership does take courage and compassion. And it is in us as much now as it was in Americans then. You know, Robert Kennedy was unfortunately and tragically right when he said that night that it would not be the end of violence and lawlessness. He was, however, also profoundly and beautifully right when he said that the vast majority of people in this country want to live together in peace with one another. In my years of service as a Navy SEAL, a humanitarian worker, a governor, a veteran leader, I always found that people have great reserves of resilience, of common sense, of courage and strength. So perhaps tonight we could do what Kennedy recommended 50 years ago, to go and say a prayer for our country and also for one another. And now it's time to pay tribute. This is a country built by real American heroes. And here on Actionable Intelligence, we honor the men and women who serve on the front lines. We share stories of courage and sacrifice, of sons and daughters, mothers and fathers, friends and neighbors. Our hero tonight is St. Louis Metropolitan Police Officer Bo Bohannon. He responded bravely to a call of shots fired. He was himself shot and killed while serving the people of his city just a few months ago. He was on the job for only 3.5 years. He was only 29 years old. He leaves behind a wife, Alexis, and 3 children. Bo Bohannon, we remember you and your family for your service and your sacrifice. Alexis Bohannon joined us for our Blue Courage special. If you have not seen it yet, go out to justthenews.com. We said we'd never forget, and on Actionable Intelligence, we're going to do the work to remember. To nominate a hero, reach out to our team at action@justthenews.com. We'll be back in just a minute.
Hello, I'm William Shatner, and you may not know this about me, but years ago, I was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. And like millions of others, I was prescribed sleep equipment. Did you know sleep equipment manufacturers recommend daily cleaning? That's why I use SoClean 2. It's the perfect complement to my daily routine, and it's hassle-free. SoClean 2 is fast and easy. It keeps my sleep equipment fresh every day without the need for disassembly. To keep the immune system strong, we should do everything we can to ensure a good night's sleep, including using the SoClean 2 daily to keep sleep equipment fresh. Try SoClean 2 risk-free for 30 nights. Order now and get $50 off. SoClean 2 is so fast and gives you peace of mind that your sleep equipment is fresh each time you use it. Call the number on your screen or go to SoClean2.com to take advantage of this risk-free trial and get $50 off. Call now.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from MyPillow, towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. I mean, this is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work. What a concept.
I really love the towels. They're really great. They're super absorbent.
Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen right now. The new MyPillow towels are exclusively made with 100% USA combed cotton with proprietary technology and with maximum absorbency. They dry you faster and are guaranteed to work. And listen to this. Use the promo code on your screen and Mike will include a second full towel set with bath towel, hand towel, and washcloth absolutely free. That's 2 MyPillow towel sets for the price of 1 in your choice of color.
I personally guarantee they're going to be the best towels you'll ever own.
Order now.
If you're over 50, imagine you could turn back the clock on your stiff, achy joints 10, even 20 years. Imagine you could do this without products that just temporarily hide the symptoms and may have side effects. Imagine no more. Get your complimentary sample of Instaflex Advanced just by texting JOINT to 231231. Instaflex Advanced is different because it targets the root cause of joint soreness and stiffness. It doesn't just cover up symptoms. Instead, it bathes your joints in its unique combination of 5 key natural ingredients found in no other product. Key ingredients backed by 5 clinical studies. Instaflex Advanced is so powerful, you could have better knees in just 1 week. Maybe that's why it's #1 at GNC. But you can only get your complimentary sample by texting JOINT to 231231. Plus, text now and we'll include a tube of Instaflex pain cream with its exclusive oxygenated oil for fast-acting relief from the pain of arthritis, backaches, and sore muscles, absolutely free. Text JOINT to 231231.
Welcome back. We've got an awesome show for you tomorrow on Actionable Intelligence. We're going to be breaking down the debate. Of course, we'll get you caught up on the day's sit-rep stories, and we're going to catch up with Oak Ridge Boys singer Joe Bonzel. Now, before we go, let's have a quick look at justthenews.com, where our editor-in-chief, John Solomon, is breaking down the decision of Hunter Biden's business partner to share really important documents. Check it out at justthenews.com. And finally, check this out. We wanted to share something we thought was pretty cool with you. There was an article in the scientific journal Biology Letters that's addressing an issue that's familiar to a lot of South Florida residents. Once the temperature drops to the 40s, what happens is that lizards in Florida fall out of trees. You can just check the video out. The cold-blooded animals don't literally freeze, but they become so stiff that they can't hold on to their perch. Now, a lot of the reptiles are non-native species like iguanas, but a University of Miami study is reporting that the lizards are becoming more cold tolerant. The research could lead, most interestingly, to better understanding of how species adapt to challenging environments. And of course, that's something that's relevant to all of us. Before we go, a little motivation from Benjamin Franklin. Diligence is the mother of good luck. I love that quotation. It pretty much says that you get out what you put in. Franklin was, of course, one of America's founding fathers. He believed that every American needed to be informed and educated. It was why he was instrumental in starting the public library, so that everyone could be informed. And that's what we want to do here on Real America's Voice, is keep every American citizen informed. And so stay with us, because tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, at 7 Central, we're going to start our pre-debate coverage. As you all know, tonight is the second and final debate. We're going to bring in some experts who are going to talk about what both candidates need to achieve, what their potential vulnerabilities are, and we'll also, as ever, have a lot of fun. Stay right with us. We'll see you back here at 7 Central, 8 Eastern.
So, Frank, you're the big hurt. Why do you need Nugenics? After 40, a guy loses free testosterone. Even me. I couldn't stay in shape like I used to.
Frank! So does Nugenics really work?
Oh, yeah. My workouts are incredible now. I'm feeling stronger, more energetic, with a lot more drive.
Frank. So, say I knew someone who should try Nugenics. How does he do that?
It's easy. Just send a text to get a complimentary bottle.
Frank's right. Now you can claim a complimentary bottle of award-winning Nugenics by texting BUFF to 42424. Its unique formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help a man feel stronger, leaner, more energetic, and more passionate. Text BUFF to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenics Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of new Nugenics Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. That's BUFF to 42424.
If you're over 50, imagine you could turn back the clock on your stiff, achy joints 10, even 20 years. Imagine you could do this without products that just temporarily hide the symptoms and may have side effects. Imagine no more. Get your